Hello everyone, this is me, Super Ledger Plus Roblox, with your Day 2 Severe Weather Outlook, Convective Outlooks. First up, we have an enhanced risk for portions of northern Kentucky, portions of southern Ohio, half full parts of West Virginia, northern Virginia, with full Maryland, full and parts of New Jersey, and parts of Pennsylvania. Now, we'll be going on to the slight risk. The enhanced risk will be Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Baltimore, Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Newark, New Jersey. Now, the slide will be covering northern North Carolina, parts of Tennessee, northern Tennessee, and we have full swipe for Kentucky and southern Indiana, and covering parts of Ohio, parts of New York, parts of and the swipe will be New York, Columbus, Ohio, Nashville, Tennessee, Cleveland, Ohio, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Now the marginal will be covering parts of North Carolina, parts of Tennessee, parts of Georgia, parts of Alabama, and parts of South Carolina. And we have parts of Arkansas, and parts of Missouri, parts of Illinois, parts of Indiana, and covering southern Michigan, which could be Detroit, and covering northern Ohio. We have another marginal, which will be covering North New York, could be covering parts of Vermont, and parts of Massachusetts. And now we're going to go to the tornado risk. Going to have to go to the tornado threat. We're about to go to a tornado threat. We have a 5% tornado threat, which covering full of New Jersey, half parts of Pennsylvania, covering Maryland, covering parts of Kentucky, parts of southern Ohio, northern West Virginia, and southern New York. Now, the tornado threat will be 5% will be covering New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now the 2% will be covering Columbus, Ohio, Boston, Minnesota, Cleveland, Ohio, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Cincinnati, Ohio. Now we have the wind threat. We have a 45% wind threat. We have a 45% wind threat, which covers parts of Pennsylvania, covering half parts of New Jersey, covering West Virginia, covering Northern Virginia, covering Maryland, and we have a 45% chance, which will be covering southern Ohio, northern Kentucky. The 45% wind threat, which will be covering Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Newark, New Jersey. Now we have a 30% will be covering parts of Kentucky, parts of Ohio, parts of New York, parts of Pennsylvania, parts of Virginia and West Virginia. It will be covering New York, New York, Columbus, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky, Jersey City, New Jersey. Now we have a 15%, which will be covering parts of North Carolina, parts of Tennessee, parts of Kentucky, parts of Indiana, parts of Ohio, and parts of New York. We will be having a larger population, which is Boston, Minnesota, Nashville, Tennessee, Cleveland, Ohio, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Raleigh, North Carolina. We have a 5%, which will be covering parts of New York, parts of New Hampshire, parts of Vermont, parts of Massachusetts, parts of South Carolina, parts of Tennessee, parts of Missouri, parts of Arkansas, parts of Southern Illinois, parts of Indiana, and parts of Northern Ohio. Now, we're going to go to the hail threat. We have a 15% hail threat, which will be covering for the same area as the categorical and parts of New Jersey. We have half full of Pennsylvania, half full of Virginia, half full of West Virginia, half full of Ohio, Southern Ohio, half full of Kentucky, and Southern New Indiana. Now the 50% will be covering Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Columbus, Ohio, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now we have the 5%, which will be covering half parts of New York, parts of New Jersey, parts of Virginia, parts of Kentucky, parts of Ohio, parts of Indiana, and parts of Pennsylvania. Now we're going to be reading this. There is an enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms across portions of the upper Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic. Summary. Here's a summary. Numerous severe thunderstorms are expected across the broad region from the Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic and Northeast on Tuesday. All severe hazards are possible, but swaths of damaging wind gusts should be the primary severe risk Tuesday afternoon into the nighttime hours. So that will be your Day 2 severe weather outlook. And this is me, Super Legend Plays Roblox, signing off.